Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Herders. I'm Nick.
I'm Rich.
And today we're talking Oscars.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. We did a preview.
Yes.
And now we're going to do a kind of a review of the show.
Yeah.
Of the winners, of the losers, of the snubs. And yes, this will be more white people talking about something related with the Oscars.
Yeah.
So before we even talk about like the winners and all that stuff, what did you think of the actual show? We were live tweeting it, so if you follow us, I'm at Stonks.
I'm at Rich Belson.
You saw some of that, but overall, what did you think of the evening?
I thought it was fine overall. It wasn't a standout. I don't think it was amazing, but it also wasn't bad. Like, it was Chris Rock doing exactly what you would expect Chris Rock to get up there and do, which I enjoyed. There have been some articles and tweets and things and postings about issues people had with some of the content and stuff that he talked about or joked about or what have you.
Yeah, I really liked his opening. I thought the opening was great. And then after that,
yeah,
that was kind of the big moment, and you knew that was when he was going to make the statement. And the whole show was constantly about, as you know, maybe it should have been about the whole diversity issue. And I'm still of the belief that it is still possible that it was maybe the best nominees were just out.
Yeah.
But I think that it is a discussion worth having, and I think that in the opening monologue, and also Kevin Hart had a great moment about it. That was all great, and that was good. But some of the other stuff, like I thought the bit with them in front of the theater in Harlem interviewing people, that went on a little long for me. It seemed a little too just like Tonight Show with Jay Leno type bit, something like that. And I think it, especially when you look at later, which was probably inevitable, but you look at something that happened later when the Best Director winner is played off stage after about 25 seconds, but we had time for a seemingly endless...
This is the second year. He's on a rerun at this point. He said what he's had to.
Like just some of that stuff, like oh, we can do the Girl Scout cookie bit for a while, which was, it was fine. It was fun.
Yeah.
But we can't have time for Brie Larson to say more than 5 words.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
I agree.
What is the night really about? Because it's not quite entertaining enough just to be about the entertainment. And it's definitely not, they don't give enough time. I mean, what did you think of the new thing with, like, the scrolling who they thank? Like, I was just like, it just seems kind of, like, it's going too fast. There's no way that the people who wanted to see that might even have a chance. It was just, like, I thought it was disrespectful.
Yeah, like, it was...
I didn't think it was as bad as a couple years ago when they made, like, the technical award winners give their speech in the aisle. Do you remember that?
No.
Like 2 years ago? Yeah, they brought a mic to, like, the aisle, and those people had to just, like, come out from their row, and they kind of gave their... This happened.
I don't remember this.
This happened, like, 2 years ago.
Really?
Maybe 3. Yeah. But only for those awards. It wasn't like they're not going to make, Leo do that, or whoever won. Look it up. I swear to God. Unbelievable that they did that to save time, to save them the time of walking down and stuff. They, of course, did not ever do that again.
Yeah, well, that's, like... I'm kind of on both sides I see both sides of the scroll. I'm like, okay, like, it... Yes, it does, sometimes when people get up there, there's a tendency to kind of ramble on.
And my agent and my wife.
This guy, this person. Oh, yeah, my best friend from my college roommate and this person and that person. It kind of does... So, like, I get it from there, but at the same time, when some of the other bits... They have, like, those weird moments where they called out... Who did Chris Rock called out? I can't remember her name. But it was like the diversity person of the...
Oh, yeah.
And she's just like, oh, hi, I'm doing what I can, and walked away. And everyone was like...
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Like,
honestly, I didn't know what that was
weird
about,
stuff like that. And, like, it takes away some of the speech of being about, like, oh, yes, I do want to be up here and thank these other people who have gotten me here.
And I almost, I felt this way even seeing some commercials in the weeks leading up to the Oscars. It was like, I don't know if you saw any of these, but like they were like for the Oscars, we should mention real
Mhm.
quick.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we are over a beer, and
Mhm.
today we are drinking a new beer. For
Yeah,
the,
this is a different beer in the week. Duck Rabbit, Hoppy Bunny, ABA American Black Ale.
7.3%.
Duck Rabbit Craft Brewery.
Proudly made in small batches in North Carolina. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. Alright, but to continue, even leading up to the Oscars, the commercials they would do, it was like, show a white person that won, show a black person that won, show a white person that won. And I feel like, and then you watch the clips that they did, like to lead it, there was a montage of movies, and even then it felt like they were trying really hard to show like a Kevin Hart movie and show this movie and show that movie, almost and have white and black and presenters together, and a black woman was handing out the Oscars, and I just felt like, to a point, isn't that almost more offensive to look like you're trying to shoehorn it in and draw attention to it? Like, no, look, everything's fine. Like, maybe, like, there has to have been a better way, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it's at least them trying to do something.
But maybe over trying.
Yeah.
I think is the problem. And, I think that at some point in his opening monologue, Chris Rock said, he started by saying, this conversation never would have happened in the 40s because we were too worried about, our grandmother hanging from a tree. And I think that, what also can be alluded to is maybe this shouldn't be the dominant part of the conversation even in 2016. Like, there are bigger things to worry about at the end of the day. But now that we've kind of talked a little, was there a standout, like, good moment and a standout bad moment from the actual ceremony, not the awards? Including, like, speeches or any of that.
I really want Louis C.K. to host.
Okay.
I loved his bit up there about documentary shorts, and this is really the most important award up here because this person's never going to make any money in their life, and they're documentary short. Like, that was kind of the big one that comes to my mind. I'm sure I'm forgetting something in that 4.5 hour ceremony, or 4 hour, whatever long it was. The winner for one of the technical Mad Max awards with her bedazzled jacket was really cool.
Yeah. I like the opening monologue. It was very early on, maybe they were the first two presenters. I really thought that Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling had a really fun, like, bouncy chemistry, and that made me even more excited for the Shane Black movie that they're in together that comes out in May. Because I feel like Russell Crowe, you haven't really seen him be fun like that. Maybe ever. So I thought I was really excited by that. That made me excited for that movie. But that was so early on, I think it was like forgotten. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think that, they got to figure out something with the best song, like singing the songs. Because they didn't even sing all of them.
No, they did 2 of them, didn't they? They only did 2 of them.
I think they did 3. They did that 50 Shades of Grey song.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
and then they did the Bond song and Lady Gaga. And I really feel like there's something what they need to do, give that award earlier than they do, and only book the winning act.
But see, then you're like, they can't really book it ahead of time if that's what they're going to do, because...
Why not? I mean, really, like, just do it. Who cares if there's one, like...
Or do it what they used to do and you have all 5 songs.
But that takes up so much time.
But no more time than a Girl Scout bid or a on the street.
But it's 5 of them. You maybe bleed them all into each other, like do a medley of them all.
Well, they did that one year. There was a big, almost like a halftime show where they had like all the songs.
Maybe that's what they should do. But I mean, all right, let me put it this way. Clearly, when you have Buzz and Woody give out the Best Animated Feature Award, that is obviously pre-recorded. Obviously, Pixar knows in advance that they're winning Inside Out. So, why can't it be something like that?
But see, then you have the other concern is you have like press reports of, oh well, so and so was booked. Clearly, they're going to be.
Yeah, but for that one award, or just get rid of that award. It's a stupid award. Like, why not just get rid of that award?
Or
honestly,
have it
just
be
get rid of it.
an award that's given out
Get rid of that award.
during the ceremony.
Yes,
Like the pre-technical ceremony, and then you have that winner
That'd be
play the
fine.
song.
But have them come and play, because then then at least that winning song, some years it still won't be worth it. It wasn't worth it this year, right?
No.
But other years when you can have your Adele singing at the Oscars or, you know, whatever it might be, then you can still have that moment.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have the other moments that are so useless. And I think that it was clear in the room, it was very powerful, Lady Gaga singing
Yeah.
with all the rape survivors. It was a powerful moment. It's not a good song. I really don't think it was a good song. Do you? I mean,
I thought she was great.
She was good, but I don't know if the song was good. I think she's just a good performer. Just like last year, Common and John Legend singing that song was a powerful moment. Like, it was clearly powerful, but what is that song? Like, who's listening to that song the next day? Nobody.
Yeah.
But I think that last year, this was an example of after, like, you know, Chris Pine crying and all the people crying and people standing up and cheering for John Legend and Common because it was a powerful moment about civil rights and all that. Imagine if that song hadn't won last year. That's what we got this year.
Yeah.
If you already know in advance that Lady Gaga moment with all the rape survivors isn't going to win, don't have that be the third song that plays immediately before they give out that award, because it just makes you look so bad.
Well, like that, we were talking about that in my Oscar party too. Is like we all like always do like an Oscar pool and vote awards and stuff, and I put the Sam Smith song is who I predicted was going to win it. And then they were talking through like the pre-stuff, and Lady Gaga came on, and they were talking about her song, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that that's what the song was about. Maybe I should change it, because they usually go for a social issue song. You know, they did that last year, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
I wonder how hard they even campaign the song stuff, because probably the voters just didn't know.
Well, I like usually you see stuff about it.
I didn't know she was up for an Oscar.
No.
No idea.
I mean, yeah, and there's camera angles on her performance were like.
I don't. Honestly, anything could have won besides the Spectre song, and I would have been a little bit happier. But I mean, it's such a bad look for that not to win, considering what it was. Did you see? I retweeted it, but did you see the video from like somebody took from up in the things like in between commercial breaks when all those survivors were coming out and Brie Larson came down and hugged them all? Classy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what this is actually about, which is the awards.
Yeah.
How do you want to just start going through it?
Sure. Well, do you have your? My predictions changed a little bit from our last viewing to the night.
Okay.
I got 12 out of 24. Right. And I think you beat me. Pretty sure you did.
I did not.
You didn't tally?
Really keep track of that. I never wrote it down. I always do. I always do like a thing with a bunch of my friends, and this year we didn't do it. So you can go back and watch the show. I made all my picks.
Yeah, that's true.
Know. But we can just go through it and we'll just talk about, you know, I'll remember where we were right or wrong, but more importantly, we can talk about what we thought about what won and lost.
Yeah. So let's start with the shorts, just so we can knock those out, because I know like best live action short, Shudder, I believe, is what won.
Yes.
I hadn't seen any of those. The crowd that I was with, like, seemed to understand. I think that's supposed to be the most kind of even, uplifting movie of the five. I think the others are supposed to be kind of dark. I don't know. Haven't seen any
of them. Didn't have much opinion on it, unfortunately.
Best animated short went to Bear Story, which I was actually kind of surprised. It's a well-deserving. I'd seen that and World of Tomorrow, both those played at the Florida Film Festival this past year. I thought for sure World of Tomorrow was going to win. That's on Netflix. Did you end up watching that on Netflix?
No.
I told you. Slacking.
I know. I really, part of me just assumed that Sanjay's Super Team would win because it was Pixar. But I think I said it when I talked about Good Dinosaur on this show a while ago. It's the first Pixar short that I flat out didn't like, and I know a lot of people it connected with. I thought it was pretty garbage, so I was not upset to see it not win.
Okay, and then since we mentioned it before, documentary short went to Girl in the River, I believe.
Yeah.
Didn't see any of those.
No.
Can't speak to any of that.
We came up short on the shorts.
Yeah. So let's go to sound.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the sound editing and sound mixing went to Mad Max Fury Road.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved.
Yeah. So I remember on our prediction show, I said I thought Mad Max was going to win a lot of the technical awards. Yep. It did.
Mm-hmm.
It won a whole bunch.
Yep.
Almost all of them. So I mean, it won sound mixing, it won sound editing, it won
makeup,
and production design, right?
Mm-hmm. Costume
design, and all right. So all that really deserving. Was there any of those? You know, I thought like something like Cinderella was going to win,
Mm-hmm.
And really they kind of like. That was one of those like. Cate Blanchett announced that award, and Cate Blanchett was in 2 of the films that were up for Best Costume Design, with the same costume designer being the person nominated, who apparently works on all of her movies.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, I was like, when she walked out, I was like, all right, clearly that lady's gonna win, and then she doesn't. Cate Blanchett has to say like the one movie that she wasn't in.
Yeah.
But she said it with a good smile on her face that her friend lost.
Well, it kind of came as a joke throughout the night too, like, oh, Mad Max won. Oh, and
yeah. But it deserved all those. I mean, it was an incredibly well crafted film.
Yeah.
But the one big technical award that it didn't win,
Mm-hmm.
special effects.
Yes.
Which went to
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Yes.
So
Surprising.
Yeah. I mean, in a good way. Like
Yeah.
Like any other year, like that would be like kind of the front runner for this kind of category. And we were talking about it too. I'm wondering if, like.
Sometimes I think I don't understand what goes into that. Okay. You know, like, because I feel like so frequently it is not the movie that you think it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have, like, you say what you want about the movie, but the first Transformers losing to Golden Compass. Or you have, there's other prime examples of, like, like, instead of, like, some other big, like, huge... But I mean, like, I thought for sure Star Wars had this one in the back.
This was really kind of the first, I don't want to say upset, but kind of shock of the night.
I think a lot of people were really surprised. Like, Ex Machina was made on a fraction of the budget of any other film that was nominated for that award.
But I mean, the effects in it are really good.
They are, yeah. And believable. I mean, if you don't buy her as a robot, then you don't buy the movie, I think.
Well, this is one of those ones that when it was announced, I was like, I wonder if this was like a vote was split kind of thing.
Maybe.
Like, oh, we went to Star Wars with Mad Max, Martia, and then Ex Machina comes out on top.
Surprising.
Not saying it doesn't deserve it, I think it does. But, Best Original Song, like we mentioned, went to
The Writing on the
Wall from Spectre. I hate it.
Not a fan. It's one of the. I think it's one of the worst Bond songs.
Yeah.
It's in the lower third or fourth or whatever, for sure.
I'm pretty sure the only person I've heard say they like the song is Dana from Dana Explains.
It might be. We might have to have Dana Explains herself on that.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not good. And, I said that in the first minute of him singing the song, it seemed like it was the first time Sam Smith had heard the song since Spectre opened.
Yeah.
Because that's how he appeared.
Well, there was some article too going around that, like, singing that song at the Oscars is like one of the worst moments of his life or something.
I saw that. I don't know what he meant by that.
No, I didn't read the article. I just
and
saw that
then
one.
He kind of made the dumb comment during his speech that he was the first openly gay person to win, which is so not true.
Yeah, that was weird.
Not even close to true. The first one that came to my mind was Dustin Lance Black, who won for Milk. And then, like, yesterday Dustin Lance Black tweeted at Sam Smith and was like, if you don't know who I am, you should stop tweeting my fiance. I don't know what that was about, but I'm sure been others.
There was some tweet, I think it was Jason Schreier for Kotaku who tweeted something like, he's that guy who comments on the article without actually reading it or something like that.
Because he even said, I don't know if it's true, but somebody told me. Like, who told you that? Your Uber driver?
Yeah. So let's take the theme. Best original score.
Mm-hmm.
Very well deserved and went for Hateful Eight.
Yes. That was a great moment.
Yeah.
Ennio Morricone finally winning a legitimate. He won, like, he got 2 years ago, like, the Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a case of too early.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's hilarious when that type of thing happens, but good for him.
Mm-hmm. Well deserved, a good speech. It was one of those ones where, like, at the moment I was kind of like, is he actually going to win it? And then
He did.
And he does. So he did costume design, production design. All those again went to Mad Max. Best film editing, Mad Max as well. Cinematography went to Revenant. Kind of that was really the only like big technical award I think Mad Max didn't. And visual effect, you know.
And honestly, I think The Revenant deserved that award.
Yeah, I agree.
They really did. And that was, you know, I think that was no surprise at all. And I mean, 3 times in a row. I haven't seen anything to confirm or deny, but it has to be one of the first times in a pretty major award that has happened. 3 in a row, like that's pretty nuts.
Let us know. Check on that.
Yeah,
do our work for us.
Yes.
Documentary feature went to Amy Winehouse doc. I thought this was going to go to Look of Silence. This is another one I hadn't seen any of them. Or no, I saw Cartel Land. That again played at the festival last year as well. But Look of Silence is the same guy who did the documentary that won last year.
Yep.
I don't remember what it's called.
We'll think of it. It's going to pop into my head
in
a second.
It's something. It was big. It was really good. So I thought for sure Look of Silence.
Killing.
Yes. So I thought for sure this kind of had it in the bag and
yeah.
Amy won.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Amy was incredibly well reviewed and high profile. And
Yada.
Haven't seen it. Don't know.
Best foreign language film. I don't even remember what one on this.
The film from Hungary.
Well, on my thing, who graded my paper
It was
scribbled out.
Son of Saul.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I don't know.
Haven't seen this is like the first year in a long time I haven't seen any of the.
Yeah, I had not seen any of them
films.
either. I guess it was the second ever award for Hungary. I know that. Good for you.
Cool. Way to go, guys.
Next.
Best animated feature, Inside Out won. Not really surprised.
No.
Deserving would have. There's a part of me
There's
that
a
would have.
couple of outcomes that would have been fine.
Yes.
So.
This part of me would, like I said before, I would have liked to see when Marty was there win just because it's Ghibli. I mean, the movie's great, but I would have liked to have seen him win for Ghibli, but Inside Out is certainly deserving of it. Best adapted screenplay went to The Big Short.
Mm-hmm. Another one on the prediction show.
Yeah.
I said I think that's going to be the one that's going to be Adam McKay's like, sorry, we're not giving you anything else.
Yeah, you beat me on that one.
It is a great screenplay. It really is the thing that makes the movie tick. That and the editing. You gotta see that movie, dude.
I do. I know.
It's available
coming
digitally.
out. Yeah, I was gonna say it's coming out soon.
It's already available that way.
Okay.
So.
See if I can get it on demand. Yeah, it's weird.
Did we get the guy? Yeah.
That Adam McKay has an Oscar.
It's the guy who gave us Talladega Nights and Anchorman, and the other guys is an Oscar winner.
Okay then.
Yep, he won an Oscar before Ennio Morricone won an Oscar.
Yep. Think about that for a minute.
Yep, before Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar, which we'll get to before, such and such.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes has never won an Oscar.
But Adam McKay
has one. But the thing is, not undeservedly so.
No, I agree.
It is a very, very strong movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was a better movie, in my opinion, than, say, The Revenant. But we'll keep going.
I can't speak to that because I haven't seen it. Best original screenplay. I don't remember what this was. Spotlight win this one?
Yes, Spotlight won.
So Spotlight won.
And that was the moment when I was like, Spotlight will not win Best Picture. Because that was also my reasoning when I chose that movie.
That was an
That
early.
was Tom McCarthy's his Oscar, and I was very happy about it.
Yeah.
There are some other good ones in that field.
Mhm. All of them are.
What were the other ones? In there?
Bridge of Spies, Ex Machina, Inside Out, and Straight Outta Compton.
It's a really hard one. You know, I could have seen it going to any of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think all deserving. But I'm not upset that Spotlight won
No.
at all.
And this was like that early one, like you said. It was, well, okay, well, there's Spotlight. You know,
Mhm.
here's the award for The Big Short, out of the way. Here's the award for Spotlight.
Yeah.
Moving on. But that
Right.
didn't quite happen.
Didn't quite pan out that.
Best Supporting Actress went to Alicia Vikander,
Mhm.
correct, for Danish Girl.
I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I was too.
You know, she was the odds-on favorite to win. I had been talking to a friend of mine who bet on the Oscars, laid real money down, and I was helping him figure out what he wanted to do, and we looked at the Vegas odds, and
Mhm.
she was the favorite to win.
Wow.
I just didn't think she would. I didn't think.
No,
But
I haven't seen the Danish Girl, so I can't
yeah, I mean,
speak to that one. But
I don't know. I mean, we both know her from Ex Machina.
Mhm.
She clearly is a talent. She's in like a million movies coming up.
yeah,
She's dating Michael Fassbender. There's a whole lot going on in her life. She won an Oscar. He didn't.
yeah.
So,
I'm sure we'll talk about her more in the future.
yes, lots, I'm sure.
Best Supporting Actor. This was kind of a surprise to me. Went to Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies. I hadn't seen Bridge of Spies, but I kind of thought Stallone was gonna.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be kind of his like. Here's your Oscar.
Yeah. I think, we both said that we thought Stallone was going to win. And I said that I could see an outcome where he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I could see it was it seemed like he was one of those people who everybody was pulling for that wasn't going to win. That seems like it happens a lot.
Yeah.
Everybody was pulling for Mickey Rourke for The Wrestler.
Mhm.
It seemed like a sure thing. It didn't happen. Everybody was pulling for Bill Murray. It seemed like a sure thing for Lost in Translation. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like, maybe that's going to happen again. And it happened again. And I'm not quite sure why. Maybe people were like, yeah, you were really good, Stallone, but you've played this role 7 times. It's basically second nature for you. I
Or
don't
this
know.
thing-
I have
or
no
like
idea
a-
what caused it.
Behind the scenes like political reasons where it's like we
You didn't-
can't
you didn't
give
think-
Stallone an Oscar. Just like Mickey Rourke, were we really gonna give you an Oscar? No.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you look at the other stuff he's been doing. Is that fair? Maybe it literally came down to this guy. We can't give the one white guy in a film about and made by black people with all this controversy going on. Or maybe it was we can't give the guy who didn't think Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan an Oscar at the Golden Globe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed like a lock. Safe to say he will never win an Oscar now.
Yeah. This was his Mickey Rourke. This was his moment.
Yeah.
His comeback. His all that.
And I feel like now we're going to get Expendables 4.
Yep.
Now. I mean, I think that was our chance for Stallone to maybe try and do some stuff out of his range.
Almost like the Adam Sandler. I was like, I tried to do something that was award worthy, and I was.
But at least he was nominated.
Yeah.
Won a lot of awards.
Yeah.
The movie was successful. Yada yada yada. But that was probably the one chance that he
Here's
will
Bolt
have
to the
that.
Head 2 and Expendables 4.
Yeah. And he's not even the kind of guy that's going to get like a Lifetime Achievement Award. Like, I feel like that was legitimately his chance.
Mhm.
It's a shame, but
Yeah.
Mark Rylance was really good too.
I haven't seen Bridge of
So-
Spies yet, so I can't.
I'm not
Speak
upset.
to
I really wasn't upset. I was pulling for him. It would have been cool, but I'm not upset.
I mean, from the ones I've seen in supporting actor, any of them would have been.
Yeah, what else was there?
Christian Bale for Big Short,
Yeah.
Tom Hardy for The Revenant, who I think is the best part of that movie. Mark Ruffalo for Spotlight, who's great, and then Rylance and Stallone.
Yeah, that would have all been fine.
So we got 4 left.
Oh,
Big 4.
the Big 4.
So Best Actress
Mm.
went to Brie Larson.
Yep.
Well deserved.
I imagine. I haven't seen it. I'm excited to see it. I need
Um,
to see it. I got really more excited about having watched Short Term 12 just like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
People go watch our stream it, pitch it, play it from that week.
Mhm.
she's great, and now people know her.
Yeah, even when my buddies like tweeted, I was like, guys, we've been talking about this in Short Term 12. Like, go.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for finally recognizing her. I'm going to skip this next one because I'm sure it's going to be a bit of a discussion.
Okay.
We're going to go Best Director.
All right.
Alejandro G. Inarritu won for The Revenant.
Yes.
Not shocked,
No.
but would have loved to see George Miller win that one.
Yeah. George Miller winning would have been great. You know, who else was up? Adam McKay.
Adam McKay, Tom McCarthy, and Lenny Abrahamson.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, it's tough. I feel like it should have really, out of those people, it probably should have came down to Miller and Inarritu. Just from the standpoint of what you know they went through to make the movie in their vision, in their way.
Yeah.
Reigning an incredible crew, but truly, truly their vision.
Mhm.
And yes, something like Spotlight is Tom McCarthy's vision. He wrote the movie, he directed it, etc. But I feel like that's a really understated
Yeah.
film. And there's just those two specifically, The Revenant and
Mad
Max are just so unique and so. I don't think that any other director could have made those movies.
Yeah. Where you look at Spotlight and like, okay, I could see
other. It could have been made by other people.
Yeah, same. As much as I love Room, same thing with Room. Like, you look at it and you don't go, "Oh, that's his movie."
Yeah, and I can't speak to that. And then I would say the same to you with The Big Short. The Big Short, it very much seems like somebody trying to capture the energy and the feel of, say, The Wolf of Wall Street. It feels like he's trying to do Scorsese, and he does a damn good job. But those other two are. So
but you look at Mad Max, and you know that's George Miller, and you look at The Revenant and go, "That's him." I mean,
yeah.
Those are through and through their movies and their style.
Mm-hmm. I'm not upset. I really am not. I think that the technical side of The Revenant is what I appreciate about that movie, and
But there's a lot of technical.
of course,
I mean,
of course, it would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It would have been. I would have been much more excited, but I'll just say that I'm not upset. I mean, so now history looks at Inarritu in a totally different way. He's a two-time Oscar winner.
Yep.
He's like legend status, and he's really only made, in my estimation, one truly legendary film. But he's legend status. Like, Birdman is a great movie, in my opinion. It's an all-timer. It's a really good, really, really strong movie. He's made other good movies. 21 Grams is a good movie. Babel is a good movie. The Revenant is a good movie. But like, he is now, like, that puts you up with the greats winning 2 Oscars. I mean, I don't know if he's quite at that status, I guess is my point.
He has that status, but has he earned that status?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what he does next. I mean, he had a movie, 2 movies in 2 years, and he has nothing in development. So,
now he can do anything.
Take a break. We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
The pressure's on for that next one, though.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's bad after the first Oscar, after your second?
Yeah. Expectations.
So Best Actor went to, not really surprising, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, it seemed like a lock.
Finally got his Oscar. I tweeted out this is kind of like his Blind Side moment, where, okay, it's finally time.
Yeah, but, I mean, alright. Granted, Sandra Bullock was, in my opinion, far superior to her Blind Side performance in something like Gravity.
Yeah.
But I really think that there is also an element of people thinking everybody loves Sandra Bullock. We all love Sandra Bullock. This could be the only time that Sandra Bullock's in a performance that is worthy of this. I don't think that anyone in that room or anyone who voted thought that this was the last time
No,
Leo
I agree
was
with
going to
that.
give a good performance.
But like,
I don't know what it was about the performance that made it such a lock in all these award shows or whatever it was. I think that he's good in the movie.
But he's not.
But what I think that it is legitimately his 10th best performance. Like it's amazing to me, not that he won this award, but that he hadn't won before.
Yeah.
Like, he's so good in The Aviator, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Like, his Wolf of Wall Street performance, I think, is far superior to his performance in The Departed was beyond this.
And, I mean...
And he's good.
Those are just his movies with Scorsese. He's so good in Revolutionary Road. He's great in, you know... Off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of anything else, but he's good in other stuff.
He's good in other things, I swear.
Leo's great. What do you want for The Revenant? Okay.
Yeah.
I just hope he does something else and wins another one. And
yeah.
it's an even
where
better
that seems more Oscar worthy.
Right. And that's kind of how I felt with, like, The Departed is a damn fine movie. It's incredibly watchable, but still when Scorsese won, it was kind of like, that's the one he finally won for? I mean, look at this movie. And then he made, like, Hugo and Wolf of Wall Street, and it's like, he still doesn't win for those? Like, I hope that that's not what we're feeling about Leo in 10 years. Like, he won for that, but look, he did these 4 other movies, and I wish Fassbender had won. Have you had a chance
I haven't
to watch
watched it yet. I'll hopefully watch it for what we're up to next week. I just haven't had the time to sit down. I was going to try to do it before then. I was like, oh, it's 2 hours long. I don't have time to do this right now. But that and Revenant and The Martian are the only 2 best actor movies that I've seen. I still haven't seen Trumbo.
I haven't seen Trumbo.
I haven't seen The Danish Girl. I really haven't had any desire to see The Danish Girl after everything I've kind of heard about it.
Not too interested in it.
I probably should watch it though. Get your PR.
Yeah, I guess.
Back in good standing.
Big controversy. But yeah, I mean, you know, I thought Matt Damon was really good in that movie. That movie doesn't work at all. Matt Damon's performance. And you know, I was listening to something, the Bill Simmons podcast, and he brought up an amazing point.
Okay.
And I want to see if you agree with this. Matt Damon. He said that he believes that Matt Damon could pull off The Revenant, but there is no chance that Leo could pull off The Martian. And he said, what does that say about the 2 actors?
I could agree with that.
I agree with it too. I agree with it 100%. Matt Damon, I think, has the range to pull off something like The Revenant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that Leo doesn't have range, he does. But I don't think Leo could be that, like, everybody aw shucks, like, you know, Mark Watney, space pirate. Like, I can't imagine Leo in that part.
Yeah.
He can't
lead that movie. That was kind of like what happened with Milk and The Wrestler a few years back, where it was like, other people could have played Harvey Milk. Nobody else could have done that performance in The Wrestler for Mickey Rourke. Mm-hmm. Like, he's the only one you could picture doing that.
Very true. But there's no way that Mickey Rourke could have played Harvey Milk either.
No.
But I agree. You know, it's just kind of like, Matt Damon is another one who I'm surprised has not ever won an acting Oscar.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would, I think that, you know, if depending on how much politics come into it, I think that he lost his chance the second there was that controversy with the Project Greenlight.
Well, I wonder too if it's sort of, you know, because he tends to play that very likable character, and I wonder if it's just gotten to the point where it's like, well, it's Matt Damon playing Matt Damon. At this point.
Maybe, because people, you know, I mean, if you dig deep, you know, there's the talented Mr. Ripley's. There's, you know,
I mean, there's definitely stuff in there that
that
goes against that, but it's like, oh, it's the Matt Damon that we all know and love doing more of his, you know, quippy, fun Matt Damon.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
But moving this along, because I think we're probably running a little bit long on time here, just like the Oscars would. So,
it's
giving you the real experience.
Saving the best for last, like they do, and we're only going to spend 1 minute on it.
Yeah. Best Picture. I was shocked at this.
Me too. I was.
I thought The Revenant was it was a guaranteed thing. It was a lock. There was actually a moment where Morgan Freeman opens up the envelope, and like the way his mouth was about to open, it looked like he was going to start with M, and I was like, could it be Mad Max?
Yeah. I thought he was going to say The Revenant. I thought for a second I was like, is he gonna say Mad Max?
Yeah, because he was like,
And then I was like, he might say Big Short, but I did not think he was gonna say.
nope, Spotlight. Spotlight won Best Picture. I am absolutely okay with that. I think it's a great film. Mad Max was my best film for the year. But I think Spotlight is
Mm-hmm.
a great choice, and it's one that, we'll look back on in 5 years and go, that was worthy of it. That won't be an artist. It'll be a Argo or something like that, where it was like, it was excellent and it deserved.
Yeah.
its
Like,
win.
was there other choices? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Was it deserving? Yes. That's how I feel, and that's how I feel about pretty much the awards as a whole.
Okay.
I really think that, as a whole, if the Academy Awards are nothing else, they are a vehicle for films to get attention and be seen by eyes that might not have seen them otherwise.
Yeah.
And this was a year where people who might have been like, that Mad Max movie looks silly, see it win all these awards and go, maybe I should check out that Mad Max movie. This is a year where people who didn't see Spotlight, because it didn't make very much money, go, I need to see that at won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Or The Revenant winning actor and director.
There's
and cinematography, they'll go and see that. Or The Big Short winning an award, major award.
It seems to be a very kind of spread out.
It's very
year.
even-handed. I mean, of the Best Picture nominees, only The Martian and Brooklyn did not win an award of some sort.
Yep. Everything else got
something. And theoretically, they don't plan it that way.
No, but
it worked out.
Yeah, there was no, other than, Mad Max did win a lot of technical stuff, but there was no, there wasn't that big sweep where it's like, well, it won Best Screenplay, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Picture,
Unfortunately for a movie like Brooklyn, it probably gets minimal attention now.
Yeah.
Just like people forget that An Education was up, also written by Nick Hornsby. I feel like I can't wait to see it. I almost hit buy on iTunes today. It's only $14.99, and I was like, it's probably good.
Yeah.
And then The Martian, a lot of people saw. The Martian doesn't hurt from this. So,
No.
But is there anything? I mean, I just feel like I can't be disappointed.
No, there's nothing I'm mad
excited with
about.
the outcome of Picture. I'm happy The Revenant didn't win. Honestly, I feel like if The Revenant had won, my kind of almost whatever nature towards the movie might have shifted to a little bit I can't believe that won.
Yeah, it would have it would have almost been like a Slumdog for me.
Yeah.
Because
I thought it was fine.
I liked Slumdog when I saw it, but I was never like, oh, this is the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
And then it started getting picking up all this traction. And I was like, why does everyone love? It's good, but it's not. And then it won Best Picture. And I was like,
yeah, I was
really?
angry. I enjoyed that movie a lot, and then a month and a half later when it won Best Picture, I was angry.
Yeah.
I was angry by that point. And I think I would have felt that way today about The Revenant. I would have been like, that damn movie. There's the smokes and mirrors. But we don't have to feel that way.
No, I mean,
really
there's nothing in this that I'm upset about for winning, other than Best Song, because I hate that song so much. But even that, I'm not.
But
that's not a big enough award for me to be
in my opinion, there was no logical better substitute.
I would still say the Till It Happens to You, just because that performance is so good. I'd never heard it until that moment.
No, neither had I. In my opinion, though, and listening to some people criticize the song from a musical standpoint, that would have been giving an award to a cause and not to an actual song, and the award is for a song.
Yeah.
I mean, there are incredibly important movies made that are awful about great topics, but that are awful, and should we just give it to them because they're about something?
No, I agree with that, but if it's for a song, Writing on the Wall is not a good song.
No, it's not. I'm agreeing with you. I think that this year there should have been no award.
Yeah.
And next year, if there's a great, this coming year, the guy who did all the music to Hamilton, which is apparently the most greatest thing that's ever hit Broadway,
everyone loves that,
is doing the music for the next Disney movie that comes out in November.
Mm-hmm.
Odds are that's going to have a song worth winning.
Yeah.
But this year there was no song worth winning, so maybe you take
it's we're just going to cancel the award this year.
I mean...
But no, other than, there's nothing that I'm upset about. I think everything is, I'm like, okay, I could see an argument for that winning, and I have no problem with it.
Just like the show itself, I'm okay I'm just okay. I'm okay with everything.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the
I left
show.
away going, cool.
It was a fine.
good.
It was an okay night.
It was a good night. It was decent.
Sometimes you hope for more.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get less. So
Overall, though, for an Oscars, I walked away a lot less angry than I have in past years.
overall, not too bad.
It's good. Pretty good.
Yes. And with that,
I think it's gonna end it
Yeah.
for today.
what did you think of the Oscars?
Yeah, let us know. If you want to go back and like check out our live tweets, it won't probably mean as much because they won't be live, but you can see them
figure it out.
still.
Sure.
You can follow Nick.
I'm at Stonks.
I'm at Rich Belson. You can email us at overabeerofficial@gmail.com and find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer. We are also on Instagram now at over_a_beer. You can find us on YouTube. Whole spiel. You guys see it every day. If you like these videos, share them for friends and subscribe to the channel. But I think that will wrap things up for today. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.